Welcome back to Blood Sugar Squad, your go-to channel for simple, actionable tips to manage diabetes and live your best life. Have you ever experienced this? You finally get to sleep, but like clockwork, you're jolted awake at 3 a.m. Your mind is racing, your heart might be pounding, and you feel wide awake. Yet, when your alarm blares a few hours later, you can barely drag yourself out of bed, facing the day in a thick, frustrating fog. You chalk it up to stress or bad luck. But what if I told you this exhausting cycle isn't a random occurrence? For those of us with diabetes, this 3 a.m. wake-up call is often a direct conversation between your blood sugar and your body's most primal survival systems. Today, we're unraveling the mysterious and exhausting link between diabetes and sleep. We'll explore exactly why you're wired in the dead of night and tired all day, and more importantly, what you can do about it. Before we dive in, I am a diabetic, not a medical doctor or a licensed pharmacist. The information in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Stick with us because a restful night is within your reach. Segment 1. The 3 a.m. blood sugar alarm clock. Let's start by diving into that 3 a.m. wake-up call. To understand it, we need to talk about a natural bodily process called the dawn phenomenon. Everyone, diabetic or not, experiences a slight surge in hormones like cortisol and growth hormone in the early morning hours, typically between 2 and 8 a.m. This is your body's natural way of preparing you for the day ahead. It mobilizes energy stores, which raises blood sugar slightly, so you have the fuel to get out of bed. For a person without diabetes, the pancreas simply releases a little extra insulin to compensate for this rise, and they sleep right through it. But for us, the equation is different. Our bodies can't automatically adjust. So, that hormonal nudge can become a blood sugar spike that's significant enough to wake us up. But there's another, more urgent culprit, especially if you take insulin or certain medications. The Somogyi Effect. Imagine this. You go to bed with a blood sugar that's a bit too low, or perhaps your long-acting insulin or medication peaks in the middle of the night. Your body detects this dip into hypoglycemia, a potentially dangerous state. In a state of panic, your body unleashes its emergency squad, adrenaline and cortisol. These stress hormones work frantically to release stored glucose from your liver, causing a powerful rebound high blood sugar. This surge is what jolts you awake. You're feeling the effects of that adrenaline, the alertness, the racing heart, the anxiety. It's a false alarm, but your body thinks it's saving your life. So, when you test your blood sugar at 3 a.m. and see a high number, your first instinct might be, I need more insulin. But if it's the Somogyi Effect, that would make the underlying problem worse the next night. The key is to figure out which of these two, the dawn phenomenon or the Somogyi Effect, is your personal 3 a.m. alarm clock. Segment 2. How poor sleep wreaks havoc on your day. Now, let's talk about the fallout. That broken night of sleep doesn't just leave you groggy. It sets off a chain reaction that sabotages your blood sugar management all day long. It's a vicious, self-perpetuating cycle. First, when you're sleep-deprived, your body becomes more resistant to insulin. Think of your cells as sleepy, grumpy security guards. When insulin, the key, comes to let glucose, the energy, in, the guard is too tired to open the door. This means glucose stays in your bloodstream, leading to higher blood sugar levels throughout the day. To make matters worse, lack of sleep increases your levels of the stress hormone cortisol, which we now know directly tells your liver to release more glucose and further worsens insulin resistance. Second, exhaustion cripples your willpower. When you're tired, your brain craves quick energy, and that usually means high-carb, sugary foods. An afternoon donut or bag of chips becomes almost irresistible. This, of course, leads to another blood sugar roller coaster, a sharp spike followed by a crash, which leaves you feeling even more exhausted, perpetuating the cycle. And finally, let's not forget mental health. Chronic fatigue from poor sleep can lead to what's often called diabetes distress. You feel overwhelmed, frustrated, and burned out from the constant effort to manage your condition. When you're exhausted, it's harder to find the motivation to exercise, prepare a healthy meal, or even check your blood sugar. So, that one night of bad sleep doesn't just affect one night. it can throw off your entire management plan for days. Segment 3. Reclaiming your night. Actionable steps for better sleep. The good news is that this cycle can be broken. You are not powerless against it. Reclaiming your sleep requires a strategic approach, and it starts with becoming a detective in your own life. Your first and most powerful tool is data. If you're waking up at 3 a.m., check your blood sugar. If you have a continuous glucose monitor, even better. Look at the data. Is your blood sugar high all night, or does it dip low before spiking? This will help you and your doctor determine if it's the dawn phenomenon or the Somogyi effect. This is critical because the solutions are different. For a Somogyi rebound, you might need to reduce your evening long-acting insulin or adjust your nighttime snack. For the dawn phenomenon, you might need a slight increase or a different type of medication. This is where working with your healthcare team is non-negotiable. Never adjust your medication dosages on your own. Next, let's build a sleep sanctuary routine. Your goal is to signal to your body and your blood sugar that it's time to wind down. About an hour before bed, power down your screens. The blue light disrupts melatonin production, a key sleep hormone. Instead, try reading a physical book, listening to calm music, or doing some gentle stretching. Ensure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet. Now, let's talk about the pre-bed snack. This is a classic piece of diabetes advice for a reason. A small, balanced snack that includes protein and a complex carb about 30 to 60 minutes before bed can work wonders in stabilizing blood sugar through the night. Think a small apple with a tablespoon of peanut butter, a few whole grain crackers with cheese, or a handful of nuts. This provides a slow, steady release of energy that can prevent both nighttime lows and the subsequent rebound highs. Finally, consistency is king. Try to go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock and makes those early morning hormone surges more predictable and manageable. Segment 4. Final thoughts. Understanding the intricate dance between diabetes and sleep is the first step toward breaking free from the exhaustion. It's not just about getting more sleep. It's about understanding the hidden biological conversations happening while you're trying to rest. That 3 a.m. wake-up call is not a personal failure. It's a physiological message. By learning to interpret that message through data, smart evening routines, and working with your doctor, you can move from being a victim of the cycle to the architect of your own restful night. Remember, managing diabetes is a journey, not a destination. Every small change you make, like a better bedtime routine, is a victory. Be patient with yourself. Keep investigating what works for your unique body, and never underestimate the power of a good night's sleep. How do you manage diabetes and sleep? Tell us in the comments, and please share this video with someone who needs it. Until next time, stay strong, stay sweet, but not too sweet, and keep thriving with the Blood Sugar Squad.